Now I think about it, so far our programs have only been undergoing what we call sequential execution flow. Sequential as in one after the other. And that's the usual pattern for code execution. It's really from top all the way down to the bottom, right? But we can actually change the execution flow by using what we call control structures, right? Constructs for short. And one type of construct is the conditional construct. And we can use that to basically make, in essence, decisions in our code, right? So in this scenario, we have beauty points for John and Mark. And so we can use something like a if statement, right? In which case we say if, the format is if, and then we put a condition. So we can say if John beauty points is greater than Mark beauty points, right? And then we put a code block, right? We know code blocks in C are designated by these curly braces. And so we can say, hey, what should the computer do in the case that John's beauty points, right, are actually greater than Mark's beauty points? Well, we can do a printf statement and we can say John logs Mark every day of the week, right? Which makes sense if John is prettier than Mark, prettier, right? And we can have a else, right, to do something else in the case of, in this case, John's beauty points not being greater than Mark's. So you can say printf. Well, what's the opposite of John Mog? Mark. Well, that would be John is not prettier than Mark. Okay, so we can run this code. Because John has 10 points and Mark has 11 points, we can expect Mark to win. So if we run it, see, John is not prettier than Mark, right? If I were to change this 10 here, we can replace this with a 13, for example. We know 13 is definitely greater than 11. So in this case, we get the first choice, right? Which is John marks Mark every day of the week. And that's how we can do a if else statement to basically do decisions within our code.